Yo. It's Murk.
And I'm Murkette.
And like always, we want to answer some of these questions.
We back at it again, honey.
Oh, yeah. Right. We back at it again.
Da, 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 da.
Still on the relationship questions, man. The last video we did was love languages.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen that one, go check that out, man. How important it is in understanding your partner's love language.
Yeah.
That's a good one, man. Real interesting. So that one kind of got some things talked about, and we're here now with first dates.
Who should pay for the first date?
I think this one is has divided mankind since the beginning of time.
Absolutely.
So I'll let my lady take it away.
This is a common one in relationships and just in talk groups for the most part. And you hear a lot of women saying that men should pay for the first date. I get that a lot, actually, from what I see and what I read. And I think the most important thing about that is whoever asks you to go out on the date should probably pay for the date. That's kind of how I look at it. Whoever's initiating it or suggesting it, because it would be unfair for me to suggest for us to go to a date, but I can't even afford it and expect for you to pay for it. What if you're in a position where you can't afford it? So I think that's the most important thing for the way I look at it. There is no standard for who should pay for the first date, second date, or 50th date, in my opinion. It just kind of is what it is. But when we're talking about first dates, I think the cut and dry answer to that one from my perspective is whoever invites the other person on the date should pay for it.
I think that makes sense. You know your finances, you know your likes, you're courting, you're trying to get someone. I think it goes both ways. If you're the female, you're into it. If you're a man, you're a male, you're courting and you're chasing and you're trying to catch someone's attention, and you're going to do the extra effort, and that will include paying for the first date, stuff of that nature. I don't like the notion that it's expected. I just like it to be understood.
Mm-hmm.
So if we did go on a first date, I don't like to be expected. I myself have never paid for a first date, so
oh gosh,
I can't.
Oh gosh, here we go. Here we go. Why didn't I break that cycle?
I paid for a first date. Been fortunate, been lucky. And that comes from me not really ever being out there like that, I guess. So usually when I meet someone like my lady, we meet on such a mutual terms. And they kind of like, hey, you want to go out? And they wine and dine me. And now
let's not talk about the they whining and dining you.
Yeah, I'm talking about you guys. Now you see where I'm at. So.
Stuck like Chuck.
But, I just don't think.
But we had a good first date, though.
Yeah.
Where was our first date?
It was at a barn.
Aberdeen barn?
Yeah.
Listen, that's expensive right there. That's not like just a little cheap date.
So, I think it's I'll say from male point of view, a lot of times the world expects us to put ourselves in a vulnerable position, to put ourselves in a position to be used or taken advantage of, and we do that to show a certain type of vulnerability that, hey, I'm willing to pay and invest in stuff. And I think it's in 2022, I think it's very important for women to start saying, hey, let me show the same interest. Let me be vulnerable in that sense too, and say, hey, I'm going to take a chance and take you on a date and see how it goes.
Yeah. I think I took you on our first 3 dates. Because after that, we went to Croker Spot. All these expensive, nice places. Good food, though. The food was good. Yeah, but for me, my big thing is I don't ever want anybody to feel like I'm using them. So from the beginning, I'm just setting the standard that whatever I ask, I can provide. So I'm not going to ask you to go out on a date and just expect for you to pay for it. If I ask you to go on a date, I'm going to pay for it.
I think that's simple.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, whoever wants to go, if you ask, probably it's a good idea to pay.
And don't ask if you know you can't afford to pay.
At least fake it. You know what I'm saying? Women, I'm gonna tell you a trick. Most of the time, the man ain't gonna let you pay. Just pull your card out of you, and he be like, "Oh, I got it. You know
nah, we way beyond that though. We way beyond that.
Just showing the effort. Just showing the effort for a good man is just a lot. You know. Hey, and if that person pays, the other one lead a tip. Hey,
that's a good way to put it.
Situation.
At this point, we at the point where it's like whoever put a card out first, just pay for it.
Yeah.
It ain't no figuring out who paid this or I paid for the last day, you pay for this, and we don't even think about that. Yeah. Whoever pulled a card out first, just pay for it.
Yeah, easy,
so.
Easy peasy.
Mm-hmm.
Simple one, like always. I'm Murk.
And I'm Murkette.
Darn, you don't have to be asking some more questions.